Hello everyone and welcome back to Zimbabwe Daily. My name is Chelsea Mashiamombe and in the studio I have my guest. I'll allow him to introduce himself.
Hello, my name is Malone Mandea, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much for allowing me to have you in the studio. Okay, so our topic is appreciating being black. We are blacks. Let us appreciate our color and let us embrace who we are. So there's a video that has been trending on YouTube about a white person who
And
will
today we'll be
connect
talking about
this
this current video that is
video.
currently trending on Twitter.
Okay,
So there
so
is a
that
question, why
lady
would they go and take a
is
white lady to
white,
come and perform
but
Nomgqiba song? Now the question
she
is,
was
was this a
wearing
performance or was
black
it an audition?
leggings
Because if this was an
just so
audition,
she
I
can
don't see any
perform
problem. But if it was a
a
performance, that
Jerusalem
I find
song,
everything wrong with
which
it.
was sang
Because
by
somebody
a
said
black
they would have
South
rather
African.
they would
What do you
rather much
think?
pay a white lady to
Okay,
pretend
so
to
when
be
I
somebody else
first saw the
instead of
video,
taking
I
their
was
money
taken
and
back. I
paying a
was
black
like,
person.
okay, this is
Wow.
quite
I
racist.
feel I feel
You
there is a
literally
point
can
there.
sing
Unless,
a
but then
song,
now the question is,
which is
is
done by
this a
another
race
race, whilst
issue?
not being of that
Is the
race,
race issue
in your
relevant,
own skin and
or
still
is
be
it
okay.
was this an
Like, there are
audition? So
many
if
songs,
this was not an
especially back in the
audition
day, you
and then
wouldn't see
this lady
black
was just
people
performing,
putting
then I feel so
white paint on the
disappointed
face so that they'll
at this
sing a
point in
Dolly
time in
Parton
2021 we
type of
still
song.
have people that
So I
have
was really
problems with black
taken
people.
back,
Anyway,
but at the
after
same
all
time,
have
I
been
was
said
like,
and done,
wait,
I
hold
need to hear
up.
from you. What are your thoughts
Don't
about this? Don't
us,
forget to
like,
subscribe to my
black
channel
people
and
do
give
the
the video
same
a
thing
thumbs
in
up.
a way? Because as I was talking about, and I put it on my Instagram, and I had a lot of backlash, and people were like, yeah, you're right, and some people were just very arrogant
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
So I was just like, okay, think about it. You're a black girl, and you're thinking of a new hairstyle, right? You're gonna look for a blonde wig with straight hair. Genetically speaking, if you're black and not mixed or anything, your hair is not gonna be straight, neither is it gonna be blonde.
Yes.
How is that different? Then they were like all these statements, nah, it's okay, not like I'm changing my skin, color of my skin, I'm only changing my hair. Then I was like, it's fine. You could actually get a wig, which is an afro wig.
Afrobeat, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Why don't you do that then? And there was like this whole thing, nah, it's just fashion. I'm like, okay, for example, let's take a white person and they start wearing afro and start moving around. Will that be racist? And they were like, definitely that is racist. So I was like, so there's a double standard to the
Yeah.
thing. So it's just like one of those things that you go back and forth and start to think, where is the line of something being racist or being creative or just being expressive or appreciating
Something
a
again with
culture?
another one of your
You
favorite
know what I
videos,
mean?
and today we'll be talking about this
Yeah.
current video that is
We
currently
should
trending on
appreciate
Twitter.
ourselves. Then
So there
if
is a
we're going to
question,
wear
why would they go
Afro
and take a
beard,
white
let's
lady
do
to come
that.
and
Let's
perform
embrace
Nomgqiba
our
song? Now the
hair.
question
Our
is,
hair
was
is
this a
very
performance
beautiful.
or was
Our
it an
natural
audition?
hair.
Because if this
Let
was
us
an audition, I
embrace
don't see
it
any
and let
problem.
us
But
love
if it was a
ourselves.
performance, that
And
I
let's
find
move
everything
ahead.
wrong with
We
it.
have seen
Because
a lot
somebody
of
said
black
they would
girls
have
bleaching
rather
their skin
they would
just
rather
so
much
that
pay
they
a
can be
white
light
lady to
skinned.
pretend
Is
to be
it
somebody
peer
else
pressure
instead of
or they're
taking their
just
money
doing
and
their
paying a
own
black
personal
person.
gains?
Wow.
I
I
actually
feel
think
there
that
is a
it
point there. Unless,
might
but then
actually
now
be
the question
some
is this a
residual
race
colonial
issue?
mentality,
Is the race
like
issue
how
relevant,
people grew up.
or
Think about it in
was this an
Zimbabwe.
audition?
Let's
So
not even go
if
far in
this
Zimbabwe.
was not an
If
audition
you have
and
a
then this lady
kid
was
that
just
goes to
performing,
a school with
then I
white
feel so
people,
disappointed
people
at this
parents are
point in
very
time in
proud. You
2021 we
hear
still
them
have people
saying,
that have
"Mwananga
problems with
anodzidza
black people.
nevarungu,"
Anyway,
like you've
Yeah.
after
made
all
it
have
in
been
life,
said and
like
done,
you've
I
done
need to hear
something
from you.
that
What are
is
your thoughts
beyond.
about this? Don't
Same
forget to
thing if
subscribe
your
to my
kid
channel and
cannot
give the
speak
video a
his
thumbs up.
or her native language, whether it's Shona, Ndebele, or any other native language in Zimbabwe, that mwanacha, I don't go na churukuchet, and the proud has got this. I don't know, so much pride
Yeah.
and chest is out. I'm so happy my kid only speaks in English. But you start thinking, isn't this like us not appreciating ourselves? And from what I've seen, when white people start taking or doing some of the things that us black people traditionally do, all of a sudden we are like pushing back, saying, no, this is us, this is our culture, you're not supposed to do that.
Yes.
But we are very inclined to do a lot of things that in white people culture because it makes us seem very out there or very, I don't know, sophisticated or very learned. Because you see, like, man, the way this guy speaks English, akadzidza.
Exactly.
As if speaking English is a measure of being smart or educated. You know what I'm saying? So until we fight that thing that we should be proud of ourselves being Zimbabwean or being black, it almost feels like we are being hypocrites.
Exactly.
When you're like, why white people do? Because right now, white people, you see a white person wearing a dashiki. You see white people now wearing dreads. And people are like, nah, they want to take everything. They took our land. I'm like, but you're saying that you've got a blonde wig, which is straight. What are you trying to do? And I was also looking at the stats. Like, you see, Nigeria takes about 77% of all the bleaching products in the world. And when you see Nigeria, it's almost like the flagship country of Africa. Because you see, it comes to entertainment, they have made it so much that it's now an international brand. You go to places like Netflix, most of the programs, if they're African, they come from Nigeria. And when it comes to music, the top artists are Nigerian.
Yes.
And they're making waves of the BET and all these places, which means they're, in a way, they are a flagship for everyone else. And when people look at Nigerians, they look at them when it comes to fashion and representing Africa as a whole. Go in any other country outside Africa, say, give me an African country, probably going to be Ghana or Nigeria.
Yes.
Exactly. So if there's countries, right, people are pushing like this whole bleaching culture, where if you're lighter, you probably get better roles in movies.
Yes.
You're taking, she's very beautiful. This is affecting everyone else in Africa, because everyone else in Africa feels like if they bleach or they're lighter, it's better for them. And you start thinking back to the whole colonial thing I was talking about. There was this thing, I can't use the N-word, but it was like there was the field black people and the house black people,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And you couldn't work in the house of your masters if you were dark in complexion. You needed to be light.
Yes.
So there's this whole thing that's like growing again and again in us. You might not even think about it. Like subconsciously it's there, but it's pushing us like to feel like you need to have more white characteristics or resemblance for you to be considered as beautiful.
Wow. Please send in your comments. If you want to send a WhatsApp message, contact me on 0775 789 464. Let's talk about this together. This program is for youth mainly. We've seen that a lot of girls are bleaching their skins just so they can be loved out there by men, and a lot of boys out there be like, oh yeah, baby nyama, yellow bone, and inini ndirimtema, I'm black, what will I do? Ndinotoenda kandonotanga kuzora mafuta ekubleach just so ndinokwanisa kudiwa kunzoko. Vakomana, please send in your message, send in your comments. Malone, about nyaya yekubleacha makanda munode vasikana mayellow bone isusu vateme chizungu saredu pasaid. What do you think? Like, a lot of girls are bleaching their skins just because if they walk in the streets while they're attacking complexion, someone, you just say, oh, when I'm walking with someone who's lighter, like, oh, light skinned girl, wow, you're beautiful, wakanaka, and all that. Nindri mutema ndinofila say matangoti mabeba akanaka ma yellow bone and stuff. That thing yakamboita trending way back about yellow bones being dragged out there, while black bones were like vangoro waskana, but yellow bondo akadzi.
Yeah, I mean, understand everything is about culture and how things move and progress in life, right? Back in the day, like especially in Zimbabwe, I remember growing up when we would be hearing my stories from my grandparents. People did not want to marry girls that were light. And they were associated with all this black magic.
Okay.
But right now, today, my yellow bone binga. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Exactly. It has actually moved from that. It's the same thing. Like people. It's now like globalization. Like most of the people here, what we take in is what we end up projecting in life. As I was talking about Nollywood and Nigerian movies, like most of them, like especially the highest paid ones or the popular ones, are actually quite light. So now you're thinking, being light is everything. But also think about it. Whatever we appreciate or become proud of, if you give pride in whatever culture or something that you're doing, everyone is going to realize.
Okay.
Let me give you a good example. If you see Jamaicans, right, they were all about this reggae life and whatnot,
Yes.
and they were very unapologetic about it, right? And you see, they never tried to sound very English when they say English.
Yeah.
They were really proud about getting their dreads and all the hoja, farain, or whatever other things that they take to inoculate themselves and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
See how that was viral and effective. Right now in Zimbabwe, the biggest genre is right.
Yes.
It's taken from reggae, right? But because they had pride and they carried it, everyone's like, right now we got people speaking in Patois, but it's from Zaka. I'm like,
Yeah.
German, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because people, because people were able to be confident with that. Now, as we move to this whole body thing and looking some type of way, think about how women back in the day, if you see Playboy and all the Vogue magazines, the cover pages were usually the skinny girls, long hair, and you could see the bones and whatnot.
Yes.
And that was taken as resemblance of beautiful and sexy,
Yeah.
right? But time has progressed. We've got hip hop now, one of the biggest genres in the world, right? They have been promoting women that are thick, women that are curvy. Now the white people themselves, you see them, they're starting to put butt implants. They're starting to put injections, Botox or whatever they, so that they look like there's black girls.
Yes,
They say.
yes.
So until here in Zimbabwe, we start appreciating our black woman or man, or just appreciating ourselves, and people start seeing that people have pride with how they look. You're gonna see some people starting to resemble Zimbabweans, but we are really not people who appreciate ourselves as per se. Like something is out there, we try to we try to make it ours. For example, if I ask you, what is Zimbabwean traditional clothing?
Okay.
I can literally tell you go home and come back.
Yes.
You probably won't have an answer for me, and the only answer you have me is maybe mchongoyo or something that you saw people dancing, but
Yeah.
you'll never see people wearing that. But then again, it's kind of different when you go to the south, where there's Blawa going into South Africa, and you see the people even outside there. You see white people, they're trying to, every time they go to South Africa, they're buying those beads with those colorful things,
Yes.
because they see that people appreciate their culture,
yeah.
and by so doing, there's this thing. It's very viral when people are confident about themselves and they're not apologetic about it.
Yeah.
It's something that's very attractive. So until we start doing that with our own culture, we really have a problem. And it stems even in the smaller things. Think about it. Even when like Christianity came over, right? Before, people were like very traditional. If you wanted rain, you would do this whole dancing thing. You make your alcohol, you drink and whatnot. Right now, if I tell someone that my family right now Tabira, or we are dancing for the rain, people
like,
say, I want to bata mshonga.
Exactly.
So it's now associated with just being dark because we have adopted this Christianity.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with being Christian, but I'm just saying that we are a country that's we're like a sponge. We take a lot from other people and we leave our own things because we feel like it makes us more educated or someone who's more versatile if you are doing things that are not traditionally yours. But you see, we have lost much of it in the process. So as I was saying, it's a take and leave thing.
Okay, so Ernest came in with a comment. He said it's a human right to bleach skin, so anyone can do it. Also, Africa is very diverse. We have Africans with long hair, like the Ethiopians, Somalians, etc. And also, Bantu hair is magical. It can be straightened too and be long. The Khoisans of Southern Africa are very light skinned, so it's not racist at all because Africans, we are of different colors, hair types, etc. What do you think?
Basically, I'm not even disagreeing with her at all. And you see, I don't know if Ethiopians and Somalians, you can put them down as black, because they're also a mixture of Arabians who
Yes,
came
yes.
with Islam in that region. So it's like black people who mixed with them. So genetically speaking, their hair is long. Same thing, Egyptians are Africans, but you can't really put them under black as well. So I do understand what you say, and it's a right. I feel like if you want to go around with makeup looking like you're white, if you're happy, go do it. You want to bleach your skin, go do it. Whatever makes you feel happy. But I'm just saying, whilst doing it, are you thinking like subconsciously, is this something I'm doing because I want to do it, or I want to look like someone else
Someone
who I
else,
am, who I'm
exactly.
not, or because the society is deeming being lighter is nice? Because I've talked to a lot of girls, like since I started looking skinnier, lighter, sorry, I feel very sexy. Men start to approach me more, and I was like, I understand. Me, I'm always on the notion, right? If you are doing something and you're not affecting anyone and you're happy doing it, go ahead and do it. But at the same time, if let me put it like this: the more people have embraced these white characteristics as part of being fashion, people have seen these characteristics as being sexy. Is it not possible that if we let white people start having cornrows, braiding their hair, I've seen some even go tanning, where they tan so much that they're even darker than some black people. You know what I'm saying? Is it not them appreciating that it is sexy or hot being black? Because right now there was this whole thing, like my cousin was like, come to UK. I was like, why? I'm like, bruh, you're a very dark guy. There's white people, yeah, hey, the darker you are, the more. I was like, that's very interesting. Now you think about it, white people, as I was talking about, the getting butt implants, the tanning the skin, like everyone is crossing. You want to have those characteristics, go and get them for the right reasons, not that you're hating yourself as you are. So yeah, basically.
Okay, guys, this is very interesting. The only thing that we can leave you with right now is appreciate yourself, love who you are, whether you are skinny, you are fat, you are short, you are tall. Just love yourself, embrace yourself. You are beautiful the way you are, and you are appreciated. Malon, what would you say to the people? Just a word of advice to those who are bleaching their skins just so they can be seen out there, and those who wear blondie white hair because they're not proud of their afro hair.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say, when you do these things, just be aware, because your health at the end of the day is of utmost importance. Make sure if you decide to bleach, go ahead. But there's also been studies that people say it's a psychological problem, but I'm not going to get into that. But what I'm going to emphasize is, whether if you're going to get injections, streets, whatever, just be safe. Make sure whatever you're doing, at the end of the day, we still see you tomorrow, because we appreciate you as you are. But if you want to change, it's still okay.
Okay, guys, this is Malon Mandela with me in the studio. Well, Malon, some other people would like to know where they find you on social media platforms. I would like to believe you're a musician. You sing a lot. I've seen your songs on YouTube. So, where can people find you on social media? Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, whatever.
Twitter, okay. So it's OZAY_ Malone, Jose Malone. That's for my Instagram. That's for my Twitter. I don't use it. That's also for my Facebook. That's for my TikTok. That's for everything. It's just Jose_ Malone.
All right, guys. Thank you so very much for those who tuned in. This is Chelsea Mashamombe, and on this platform, Zimbabwe Daily, we bring you news every day. So keep following and keep liking our Facebook page, our Twitter page, and kindly go on our website so that you can find our stories there. Our website is www.zimdaily.com. Our Facebook page is Zim Daily. Thank you so very much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.